Right guys, the sun's finally back out again. Everything's sort of de-arsed, so it's time to work back on the Mondeo. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, sorry for the lack of a video last week. We had about a foot of snow. The car was frozen for 7 days or so. So we're back in it, but I have managed to wrap the downpipe and get the downpipe stuck in there. So we need to basically get things together and get to a point where the fabricators can weld on that last flange that needs to be done from the turbo, and I basically want to plumb it all in, and I want to get this thing started for a bit of a motivation. So hopefully in this video we'll get this done. So let's crack on. Done, as I said, wrapped the downpipe, got it stuck back in. I also put the 19 PSR wastegate springs in, so that's all done and ready to go. And basically wanting to run the lines. Well, what I'll probably do first is get the exhaust mounted up on the V-band underneath, get that onto there, and then get the turbo in, and then I can start running lines. And then I want to get to the heater matrix part, but actually the first thing I need to do is run the drain and feed lines, because they're under there and I can't get to them with the turbo on. So let's break into that. So just before I jump ahead, I want to show you these lines, because I'm going to jump. You're not going to be able to see any of this. I'm going to just do this and you're going to join me once it's done. But I just wanted to show you, I have heat wrapped these lines with that silicone style heat wrap, as you can see on the end there. So those are all wrapped. These aren't, this was basically a test run on how to cut them and stuff, so there's like little bits that aren't as neat there, but that's fine. They'll be down the back of the engine, you won't see that. I'm more worried about the water lines that I'm going to heat wrap up top being neat. So let me crack on with that, get those down under there, and I will bring you back in once that's done. Okay guys, so I have gotten a bit further ahead here. As you can see, I've got the oil feed and the oil drain, but what I've also done is I've started to do the heater matrix and the heater matrix parts. So one comes out of there, one comes out the bottom, and then they go into there, and we can see those 90mm, and they go down. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm sorting everything so I can get, I'm definitely going to need to order some fittings. I need to order some AN fittings just for the turbo and for the wastegate, so I'll get those on order. But yeah, I'm going to definitely need some like sort of water pipe connectors and stuff for that. So I think that's about all I can do with that right this second, until I've got some bits and pieces. So let me get those on order and I'll see what else we can crack on with this. Okay guys, so it's another day. It's nice and wet today, been a bit rainy. So what I've decided to do is replace this header pipe. Don't know if you can see that there, but it's that little pipe that goes from the top of the head all the way around down here and to the reservoir bottle. Now apparently I've heard you cannot buy these anymore. Now I bought this one not too long ago because I broke the previous one. I think it was like 70 quid or something. But if those aren't available anymore, this might be an option for people. So I've come off of the head here with a AN4 fitting. I've run some, you can't really see there, it's all dark, but I've run some AN4 hose. I've got it laid out down, it goes down around, just see if I can get you to see how it goes down around, and then you can kind of see it up under there. It goes all the way around here and then up, and then I've got it over here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm laying it out to where I'm going to cut it. So I've got it all the way laid pretty much where it's going to be, all the way around there. It does need to tee off here to go to the radiator itself, and then go over here. So I've got all those fittings and everything. I'm going to mark this up, and then I won't bore you with watching me chop and everything, but I will show you once I've like sort of made the cable, the piping, and then got it all set up. So let's get cracking. Alright, so after a lot of messing about, I've got it sorted. Now it's so hard to see down here because of the dark, but basically got that pipe going down there. It runs under the ECU wires, and then see if I can you can see it here, comes up, runs underneath the whole scuttle panel, and then when we come around here, I've put a T-piece here. Jeez, I don't know if you can even see that, but there's a T-piece there, and then it goes into there. and then on the header piece it's got another one. It's the same connection to the radiator, but it goes into there, and I've got a clamp on it. They are hard as hell to push in, but I guess that's better for lack of a leak, if you know what I'm saying. So what I do need to do before I put water in, I need to tighten up all those AN4 lines, you know, the connectors. So that's going to be a pain in the ass because I can't fit my hand underneath here, and getting this back out will be a pain. But I'll get it done. I'll be able to do it. But yeah, there you go. Right guys, so it's a bit more of a nicer day, so I'm out here again messing about, and what we're going to do today is we're going to start doing all the final water lines. So I have made the water feed line for the wastegate, and there it goes down there. That's the oil feed for the turbo, get that out of the way. But yeah, we need to do the water drain for the wastegate. Then we need to done the water feed previously for the turbo, so we need to do the water drain. Those basically go down here into a wire block into the same fitting on the water neck, so I'll probably have to go underneath and make a little sort of extension piece to come out there with the wire block and then split into those two. I'm also going to be doing, where is it, this like rubber wrappy stuff on all of it, because basically once these are made, cleaned and set in place, I mean, I may need to take them off and on again, but that's them done pretty much. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll bring you back in once it's done. Right guys, so I've been working away at this. As you can see, it's gotten a bit dark, so I have got my torch out here so you can see my handiwork. But all wrapped, all connected, water hoses to and from the wastegate, and then to and from the turbo, all done. Got the oil feed off here at the moment, because when I do put oil in it, and before I start it, I need to feed the turbo some oil. But yeah, as you can see, it's all done, all wrapped, so another step closer to actually starting this thing. Alright guys, so we're running out of time here. I really want to get this thing started today, so I've jumped ahead. New oil filter in, filled it up with some oil. You saw the piping yesterday. Got the boost piping in with some temporary hose joiners on there and down there, because I haven't got the bead done on there, but I'm not going to be running any boost for this test anyway. Got a bunch of stuff to do. I want to, as you can see, I've got the coils pulled. I'm going to pull the plugs, throw a bit of oil down there, so when I turn it over, because I want to prime it until I get oil out of here, then connect it up and let the turbo go. So yeah, I've got all this kind of stuff to do, but I've still got some things to do underneath the car. I've got to connect up the prop shaft, tighten up the V-band. I've got this side, I've got to put the ECU back in, and we're nearly ready to go. So let that go. I'm going to climb back underneath and start tightening things up. I have been scrambling, got the prop shaft done, got the exhaust all back up, bolted up, got the spark plugs out, sprayed a bit of oil down there, because as I said, I'm going to run it over until this primes. Got some coolant in it, did the heated matrix pipes, and I've got some oil in it. So pretty much all we're ready to do now is prelude the turbo. As you can see, I've got the restrictor fitting off here, so I'm going to stick some oil down there, tighten this guy back on, and then I'm just going to run the engine a little bit. I'll probably get you your first row seat, and then you can see me just priming it a bit. Basically what I'm going to do, oil that, put a little bottle here, and I'm going to turn the engine over until I'm getting oil out of that, because I don't want the turbo to starve. Got the catch can just sort of resting here. Got everything sort of super temporarily in a lot of ways, like all the stuff that I can get to. Everything else is pretty much good to go. So yeah, gonna tidy everything up and get it done. So okay guys, so here's my precarious setup. Got an old coffee jar, because it's probably fitting, I don't know. Just balancing on top of the turbo, going to turn it over, going to wait till I can see some oil come out of there. Probably won't video it, because I've also got to mess about with the tune. I've got to change to 1000cc injectors, so we'll get that all done, and I'll bring you in for a first start, I think. Alright, so finally got oil out of that feed. I had to turn this car over so long it actually killed the battery, so I've put the charger on quickly, changed the injectors, well, turn the injectors off so I could turn it over. I've got to turn the injectors back on and get you guys up and try and start it. So obviously it's getting a bit late in the day here. I'm hoping to finish this up, but I've touched so much stuff on here, I've got so many unknowns. I really hope it starts. So fingers crossed you're along for the ride with me on this one, so let's give it a go. Hoping we're just a bit too low on juice, so I'm going to leave it for half an hour on the charger and come back. Right guys, so I've decided I'm not fucking about anymore. Spun Mrs. car around, hooked up the jumper cables and left it idling, so hopefully that's going to give this thing enough juice to get us started, or at least give us a good test to know if there's anything else wrong. Fingers crossed. So it's definitely wanting to go. Kicking over a few times. Time to start digging, I guess. Alright, so looks like it's beaten us this time, for today at least. So what I have figured out, I pulled a couple of spark plugs, ran the engine over, it's not getting any spark. That to me points to either crank sensor or where I've removed the watt box and I've joined the spark wires back together. Something's not right there. So gonna get the tuner on the phone, gonna get him on the laptop, gonna get him to check what it can and what it can't see. If it can see crank angle sensor like time, then all good. If it can't see that, then the problem's going to be at the clutch, the flow. So fingers crossed it's nothing to do with that. But yeah, beaten, tried to make it to the end of it, started by the end of the day. No, unfortunately it beat me. But I may have lost this battle, but I have not lost the war. This thing is going to start the next video. So yeah, all I can say is stick with me, we'll get it rolling. Gonna get Sam on the phone, he's the magic man, he can get this done. Yeah, we'll get it done. I'm not too worried, I'm a bit disheartened. But once again, thanks for joining me, thanks for bearing with me with this and joining me along the way. Leave a like, share it around, leave a comment, give me a bit of support down there. Yeah, see you in the next one.